Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to Link to Pass Randomizer Main Tournament 2023. We are still in round 1. This is game 2, I believe, between relkin and PlasmaKappa. We are playing 80 keys today. Well, faux 80 keys. There aren't all keys. I am joined here by my co-com, What's Up? I won't say it.
Not much, because I know what you were thinking. But yeah, we've got a good matchup here. It's game 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Looks like it's not on the layout, but I think Kappa won game 1.
Yes, PlasmaKappa is up 1-0.
So we will see if relkin can live to play another day, or if help will be sent to PlasmaKappa.
See how this turns out. We definitely have a good one in store for us today. Okay, so where do you think we're heading to first? Gonna go Link's Hut or the chapel?
Different people have different sort of opinions. I am very much a Sank starter, but other people could swear by the Uncle start. You get a couple more chances at bombs before Kakariko, which is sort of important.
There. Also depends on what that tree pool is, because sometimes that can be a nice bomb drop.
If there's a tree pull, you can pull either direction. It's just there are 2 more checks that you get from the Uncle Rat at least.
Take your math. I've got a headache, so I'm not going to. Okay.
Yep.
Going to the same. Ooh.
Free sword, though. So the F in the AD keys here is that the Castle Tower small keys and the GT big key are in their respective dungeons, because all 3 of those are kind of terrifying to play. Castle Tower 2 in particular is the worst key in the entire game.
Yeah, definitely left a lot of people searching for it in other key sandies. Okay, just a heart.
I think Kappa was going for a tier 2, but I think it was only 3.
Doing part of the piece right now.
That or the tier 3 and the tier 1 are the same. Alright, nothing on Lumberjack, so you don't have to do Aga 1 till the end, hopefully. We'll see about that, though.
What does our Thieves' Hut have for us today? 10 arrows.
So the pickles are actually in the value prize pack. That's why Kappa keeps killing them. Because if he gets one more drop, I think he gets an 8-pack of bombs.
Definitely that refill could play beneficial depending on what we get.
Okay, there's the tier 2, his arrows.
Okay. Going back, getting 50 from Link's Hut.
So this is an interesting route relkin is doing, and actually Kappa's going to do the same thing. If you don't get bombs with this way, you can get Grove bombs on your way to Kakariko from the south, but they're actually both going to Castle, I think. No?
Oh, we got our first divergence. Okay. See what's on the floating, the floating Ilia Island. Ah, thank you, SpeedGaming Portuguese, for your raid.
And Kappa just actually bought bombs at the Lakeside shop.
Got a map for Pod. We had a sword right there, relkin. And it for Tower of Hera. Bombs and a key to Pod. Not bad.
You're going to want a few of those eventually. It doesn't really matter where they show up in the first part of the seed, though. can't use until you have Dark World access. And ideally want about 4 of them before you ever go into pod.
Shot.
That hookshot is in logic, by the way. The rest of this is not going to be, but that one is. Because you'd use keys in the worst possible way and make it so you couldn't get to the bottom 2 chests. So a little movement advantage for Relkin in the early game.
Hey, Plasma first Eastern is at 50. Made his money back from his bomb purchase.
Yeah, he's gonna want money for Bottle Vendor at some point, and that will get him there.
Okay, so still trudging through. Let's see what Elvis has.
This looks like Relkin's going to Dark Cross after this. He's setting up a Death Ward.
Got a red ring there for Kappa. 300, definitely got the bottle vendor right now.
And yeah, Relkin is Death Warping here to go do Dark Cross. There's not really a guarantee you're going to get the Castle Small anytime soon, so you may want to just go ahead and get this check while you're here. Kappa missing the Stalfos there, that was interesting.
More bombs, nothing too beneficial. Got some extra grapple with the boomerang, but I don't see much benefit right now in Eastern.
I mean, so far Relkin's got the better of this trade, but we'll see.
Get some rubies and Dark Cross, so bouncing out of there.
Alright, how much do we want to CAC skip? Well, there's some value in Eastern. And the mirror.
Oh yes, definitely the mirror is definitely helping turn that. Let's see if Plasma will go ahead and hit up the castle tower now. Now it looks like it's going to be South Shore. Okay.
Or he's going to the dam at least. We'll see what he does with that.
Probably getting his knowledge for the green pendant. Okay.
Looks like he's continuing, so he will also get his mirror from Eastern.
Not grabbing compass. I can understand that.
Yeah, the compasses don't really help you in this mode. This isn't Big Boss.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, yeah. I was thinking, you caught my mind because I did think that for a second.
So, the compasses do actually do something. Fun fact. In this particular version of the randomizer, you must have access to the map and compass for a dungeon before you collect the boss's reward. It is sort of difficult to actually use this for anything. Oh, sorry, Stroll, that's not. There's a hammer and flippers.
Ooh. Nice.
But yeah, there are rare circumstances where you can actually determine whether a dungeon is crystal or pendant, or that is out of logic based on where the map and compass are.
Okay.
So they're not totally useless. However, you could have them on the boss in question, and so you can't really Used it too much?
Okay, putting those flippers straight to use. That's some money and a piece of heart. Okay.
And Kappa doesn't have Zora money, so doesn't want to do the other ones probably, because it's a long walk for one item.
Okay, so not hitting up the hobo right now. I can respect it.
I would imagine he's doing it at the end of this route because it's sort of a long way. You don't have to walk out this way.
Yeah, I'll let you have that one. I wasn't thinking it. Okay, and what does Ice Rod Cave have for us today? Key to Turtle Rock. Could be beneficial. Don't know yet.
Or we do this. This works too. This sort of offers the hobo, but you can come back to it when you have Dark World access, because you have mirror flippers already.
Yeah. That's totally fair. And Relkin picking up his mirror and peacing out.
So we've gotten into Kakariko sub 10 minutes.
Okay, what does Blind Hut have for us in our chest trove here? The ice. Okay, so nothing of worth so far in Kakariko. Found all the bombs we were looking for earlier. Race game is a bust. The big key of some sort on the library.
Yeah, you're going to want that one later, probably.
Another Turtle Rock small. Woods map, that could be helpful shortly. Turtle Rock compass, our Hera compass, and a fire rod. Man, we're getting a lot of stuff for Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah, but we need some other stuff before we get there. None of this is really amounting to very much. The fire rod doesn't do anything for us right now.
Oh no, I completely understand. It's just a lot of little pointers.
And we've now seen all of CAC, so we're not getting anything else. Thanks to the two runners going from different directions.
Okay, so where are they going to diverge to now? 'Cause I have a feeling Kappa's going to go down out through the south.
So we have Agina, we have two checks at Zoro, we have Hobo left, and one of those has to be something.
Relkin hasn't found his flippers yet, because over to South Shore, if I'm not mistaken. That's where that was.
Relkin is close to Zoro money, but doesn't quite have it yet. And there's not really a lot of money lying around in the checks he hasn't done yet.
Okay, Kappa is done with Kakariko. Gonna do his castle tower clearing. Fair enough.
And yeah, that sort of makes sense. His other checks are not good.
I would have grabbed the extra 10 rubies, but that's just me.
Rocket's perspective, he hasn't seen all of South Shore. He assumes there's going to be some money or some progression there, and that's kind of the case and kind of not.
Yeah, I could see that, but
You don't really want to be scrounging for rupees at this point, although we might be getting to that point fairly soon.
if we go, oh no, we don't have a glove to get to that one, so never mind.
Yeah, this is the bad loadout for Ulian too. We have no glove, and we have flippers.
Okay, going to desert.
Here's the new check.
Okay, oh no, we're gonna go straight up to Gina. Okay, I thought we'd at least check the ledge. Gina, what wisdoms do you bestow upon us today? Wisdom of Misery Meyer.
See, options getting lower and lower here. And we're kind of 2 from Dark World access right now.
Yeah, glove and a pearl.
Either glove and moon pearl or lamp and moon pearl.
Yeah.
Or and a sword or a cape.
Okay, Kappa's gonna do Dark Cross as well, so that is not time that relkin lost. He's getting his.
It'll be a little faster for him because he has Fire Rod and you can actually see the chest. The Dark Cross chest is sort of annoying to actually locate in the room.
Looks like he's just gonna use his sword like relkin did as
Well,
well.
not for this room, but for the other 2 rooms, you can just light the torch. It'll be easier to see where you're going.
Okay, I'm not gonna see what Hobo has here today. Over, and there was 50 more. Ooh, 500 exactly.
Yeah.
Hobo gives us explosives. What were you doing with those underneath the bridge, Mr. Hobo?
We are now down to 2 locations left in the game. And I think Cap's going to show us them pretty soon.
Yeah, but looks like he's gonna hit his Hobo and then gonna go over to Zora. Is Relkin gonna do Zora first or Ice?
I mean, they both bought bombs. I'm not sure where Kappa got his extra 40 rupees from. Might have just been the pots and cack.
Possibly, I don't remember. I know Relkin bought bombs, so he's a little bit shorter.
Oh, Relkin has seen the stun prize, so he's going to get his money this way.
Nice. So, see what the scam artist has for us. He's got to have progression.
Yeah, it must not be a scam this time. I'm gonna guess flute, actually.
That'd give us mountain access. Glove, which gives us mountain access, technically.
Kind of doesn't. It's really just backup escape.
Yeah. So these runners, I'm guessing, can do mountain access in the
They
dark.
can,
is
but
what
you're
I
this
was
close to
thinking.
last location that you sort of want to know what the logic actually is. It's not like you're going to spend a lot of time running around trying to find it,
Yeah, fair enough.
because it could be a flute that you need later. This is the Zeta, you actually do need that 100% of the time.
And getting his glove part. There's our pearl. We have dark
yeah.
world access.
The other reason why, you could just find a moon pearl there, and now you have a lot of other stuff to do that isn't the mountain. And Kappa will be starting with the Hype Cave.
It's a nice dense location right off the bat. I can understand it. Wondering if relkin will follow suit.
I wouldn't really call this a lead, because relkin actually did a couple of checks that Kappa didn't do. Or at least the one.
Yeah, he checked the Geno, which
Kappa might be able to do it more efficiently later with a flute or something. We'll see.
boots if that shows up. GT map will be Skullwoods Key. Wow, that was a very meh cave.
Skullwoods 1 isn't too bad. Especially considering we have a sword and a fire rod, we can just go to the boss.
Fair enough.
It's not a terribly fun Mothula, but this is top 64, so maybe
Yeah.
take the risk.
5 hearts, blue mail. Do it. Big. I have a feeling if they both do it, one that completes it, if one happens to die, could be a big difference. So getting our 5-6 crystal info. Thieves Town and Pod.
There is the Meyer Big on Stumpy, which Relkin will be getting shortly.
Alright, do some arrows or some. I got it. Not bad.
So yeah, there is a trick to this. You just stand in this spot and you look for the target to pass the second curtain. And the hands won't actually get in your way unless you play it 3 times if you're fast.
Okay, then like I was guesstimating, we're gonna go hit the dig game, make our money back here.
And this much money lets him cover both of the rupee checks in the early Dark World. Not Pod necessarily, unless he gets his money back here. But you're probably not going to Pod soon here.
You have a decent amount of checks to. Ooh, Samaria. And there was a lot of hinting at Skull Woods, especially with that fire rod there.
It is 3 small keys to get to Mothula. So we're not anywhere close to that yet, but you don't actually need all 3 of them. There's one door you will never open for under any circumstances.
Like Cap is gonna hit up.
I'm getting luckier with the red rupees.
Alright, somebody check for the manipulation. What's he doing so we can all figure out the manipulation to get the red rubies?
Kappa does not seem interested in Skullwoods right now.
There are a lot of checks out here that are really accessible. There's always the first 4 and thieves that are really easy.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to do some checks here and see if you can do better than 5-heart blue mail fighter sword and hammer.
Permits from the village of Outcast right before we hit the Smith chain.
That opens up a lot, actually, and that makes the mountain a lot easier to justify.
There's our flute for the access.
That is a clearable Misery Mire, but that's actually worse than Mothula, I think.
That is...
Oh, no, we don't have a medallion, sorry.
Yeah. Still, just knowing that we have almost everything for it is kind of gross to know 25 minutes in.
Not necessarily one of the dungeons you want to be doing first.
Bottle. Gonna be able to chain a lot of side quests in here now. To finish her off. Activating our flute for our quick travel. It's faux wall dungeons because the Ganon's Tower does not have its key randomized elsewhere.
I mean, the original FAD keys was just the Castle Tower keys. This tournament has added the GT Big Key in its own dungeon for similar reasons.
Our hair big key, so you can do your Herapod now.
Well, now you don't have to if you wanted to. It just means you don't have to leave that chest up there.
Yeah, fair enough.
And the flute is logical access up there, so that could be the answer.
Smith out of play.
So if you're wondering why they didn't clear Thieves Town, it's because they don't have the big key. This is full key sanity, except for those 3 keys. Now, they could get to Mothula, but they are avoiding that because it's kind of a low equipment Mothula and kind of risky.
A lot of freer checks to be able to do right now. Especially having gotten the flute active, we've got all of Misery Mire to do. Got
Desert Palace now.
Desert Palace, we've got access to everything on the mountains. There's no need to hit up Skullwoods just yet. Small key to pod. And second one of those for Kappa. 5-6 at Thieves Town and Pod. Pendant Swamp. Wait.
Looked like, yeah, Pendant Swamp, Crystal, Skullwoods Ice.
That's what I was seeing as well. Just gives us a piece of heart.
Alright, where's Kappa off to with this?
Checking out Meyer. So are we just gonna do the shed and checkerboard first, or are we gonna do around this?
I think you look into desert.
Bombos for Meyer. E2 desert.
Well, I do more than
Definitely now.
That's a full clear minus torch, so...
E2 Hera. I believe we have full access to Tower of Hera now.
I guess it's just sort of a question of how much do you want to put off the mountain looking for TR keys and medallions versus what else do you want to do before then.
Fair enough.
With 2 pod smalls and no bow, that doesn't seem particularly enticing. The mountain seems like the densest play,
I agree with you on that.
but it's sort of awkward if you end up having to dip Turtle Rock later.
Small key there, don't know what that's for.
Might need that, might not. A little lower probability than the big key on the library.
So far out of here. Piece of heart. Slowly but surely, we're getting healthy.
Yeah, sooner or later. This mode does sort of tend to turn into clear everything, so we will get our hearts sooner or later.
Getting our first dungeon clear here. So figure out if it's going to be a pendant or crystal. Doesn't matter either way since we're needing to do all of them.
It sort of matters in the sense if you want to know what could be in GT.
Oh, fair enough.
So, right now we have a Swamp Small possibility that could be in GT. We have everything else for Swamp. But if this is a pendant, then great. That just means you have one less thing to worry about being in there.
Gonna be a very fun land mow. Better hope we can connect with all of our fire shots.
You have 6 fire red shots on PlasmaKappa. They can splash, so you don't necessarily need all 6. But there was Winus there, so might have to hammer them to death. Ooh, that one's full health, I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right on that one. Got a hit with the hammer.
So, yeah, 4 hits with the hammer for full health.
Okay, got him taken down. Bombos, so we got Meyer access. That's gross.
Yeah, that one's... I don't know about that one, because I don't know if you want to actually fight Vitreous with this equipment.
No, but you can definitely do a dip and see what's there, but I don't
could
know
do
if
that.
you want to.
Relkin
Nice
goes 6 for
Relkin.
6.
I already know that checkerboard. No, I don't.
It's like, this is about the worst possible loadout for Misery Mario you can imagine that is clearable.
Swamp Palace big. That's gross. I don't like where this seed's pointing us, because it's pointing us towards mire and swamp.
We do have a lot still open. I think we're going to see mountain pretty soon.
Yeah, fair enough. But we did get a lot of those.
And you kind of hope that in doing so you get something that makes Vitreous not awful.
Here we go for our first mountain climb.
Yeah, like how maybe you were saying in chat, I also don't hate the idea of just going in and doing 7 of 8 and leaving.
With all the access we have right now, I don't. And especially
yeah.
since it all was right there, so compact. This seed's been so linear so far.
But yeah, I also definitely don't hate the idea of just doing a bunch of mountain stuff and seeing if you get it that way and just single tripping into the dungeon.
Yeah, I see both. Yeah, I quit. My brain just died.
Happens to the best of us. Sort of taking different routes on the mountain, though. Relkin seems to be going to Hera first. Kappa's going to do East Death Mountain first, and then probably end up in Hera. So if these red Tektites do 2 hearts of damage, 1 on blue mail, so he has to be a little careful.
Well, there's a red tunic. That'll definitely help now. Each town small, 50 more bucks. Got all the money we need for Kiki, the extortion monkey. Going downstairs already.
Yeah, Relkin's just going to full clear this, do everything, not worry about skipping it.
Oops.
Alright, so that's the small key in Desert and the big key on the library that we can go pick up.
There's odd keys.
I don't know if we can force Spike Cave with 6 hearts and a fairy. It's close. We'll probably end up with more health, though.
There, got a big key on the floating island there. We'll definitely be checking that out. Other piece of, not a piece of heart, but an actual heart. Let's hair pot on up.
Getting close in the Moldorm kill there. That bomb was bouncing for very close to the bomb exploding.
Here's all the health we were talking about. And a shield. Should be switching to sword.
So another big key up on the floating island that Kappa will get shortly.
This is a pendant. Wait for Turtle Rock. Got a map for Turtle Rock and our green pendant.
I mean, the maps don't help us anymore. We actually know everything, so it's
Fair
just
enough.
wasted drops at this point.
small.
There's a swamp small. That is pedestal and logic. So there's sort of an argument here for going to swamp next, and so you can do moth and then pull ped at the same time.
That's an idea. Ganon Tower, G, small key. There's Quake. Lamp.
Okay, so now we have an interesting question. You have 2 TR smalls and no big. Do you go in?
You're here, why not go poke around and see what's up? Gonna go check this big key, see what it is.
Yeah, he sort of forgot about it. He has to come back in.
Didn't get too far, so.
I mean, if you go into Turtle Rock, you're going to want to scum the lava chest, probably, but...
And Thieves Town.
The clearable dungeons are multiplying, though.
So it depends on what we find over here in Turtle Rock. See what that opens up in the game as well.
Because with 2 keys you can get to Mimic, but what you would probably want to do is do that and then save scum the lava chests with the Pokey key. Relkin finding out the big key's up there right after leaving, I think. Or, remember this is here.
On this first chest. Keep 2 pod. So that's 4 now.
4 is a number where you start thinking about actually going there. But with this much to clear, you don't worry about it until afterward.
Okay, runs away. Damn.
Because with this loadout, we can do Swamp and Thieves with little difficulty, Moth with a bit more difficulty, Vitreous with that much more difficulty. You don't need to be dipping dungeons, but you can be clearing dungeons. So Kappa only doing 3 in Turtle Rock and then leaving.
I'm complaining there because he keeps all of his keys so he can figure that differently later if need be.
You do need at least 3 to finish the dungeon. The 4th one you can skip. Unless there's something in there. God, that cane block was spicy.
I haven't seen that in a minute. Kappa's not going to check downstairs, and if I remember, that's going to save him time. Okay, Relkin is not dipping TR, so... Okay.
There wasn't anything there, so there's a possibility that gains some time because there's nothing in there. Like, by the time we get there, maybe we're in go mode. We'll see.
We're getting our Swamp Palace here from Relkin.
I think this is the right play, because you can do this, and then you have all 3 pendants.
Yeah, and then like you said, you can go blindfold ped as you're clearing all woods.
Like, I know Twitch chat loves the pedestal, but in this particular setting, it's not even a troll. You have to do all the penance anyway.
When we've had to be able to clear him so early here, might as well just check it while we're in the neighborhood.
Yeah. And Moldorm has taken one victory over PlasmaKappa.
Right, Kappa gets his revenge. Ezra Myers small key.
Myers Small 1 is also pretty good for routing. When you ever go there, it makes your life a little bit easier.
I want to say fairy in the bottle.
Yeah, it's a fairy bottle.
Okay.
You can make it through Spike Cave with this much health and a fairy, definitely. It is not unlogic to do so, but you can do it. You need 14 total, and the fairy revive is actually extra iframes, so I think you might be able to do it with 13 in a fairy. Or, I guess 6 plus 7, or I don't know, I can't count. I think the only reason you're doing this is because you're here.
And nothing. Ouch.
Relkin also going immediately to left side swamp. You're missing too many things. I think this makes sense.
Completely agree. Don't want to orphan anything off right now.
Relkin demonstrating the altitude is fake in this game.
Plasma looks like he's going to follow right into swamp, so we're going to have a little bit of overlap.
Yeah, these are two very experienced runners that have been playing for years and have played at a higher level for years. They know what's up.
So, speaking of which, while we've got a little bit of overlap going after these two checks, make sure you go ahead and follow both of these runners. Give them a follow. So, since they're showing us everything they've got here and more.
And also be sure to follow our tracker who is clicking all the buttons for all the keys, and my co-com what's up.
Yes, definitely follow the foot. I'm gonna just say our tracker because I'm not sure, but that I is pronounced in that. There's our bow. Now we can do pod in Eastern. Well, not Eastern, we don't have the big key. I take that back.
Yeah, we don't have either of the big keys for those two, although we know where one might be.
Yeah. Ice rod.
Need that one.
Swamp is being interesting today.
So the back of Swamp at least has stuff.
Yeah. Okay, is Kappa gonna do left side or not? Yes, he is.
Alright, so how many things do we still need now? We need Eastern Pod Bigs, we need TR Big, and we need at least one more TR Small.
I believe that. And sword.
And a sword somewhere.
I think that's it. technically.
With the nice double spins there.
Triple hit on. And got our key to Skull Woods. Well, definitely pointing us towards Skull Woods with that.
That is 3, so that's actually Moth and Logic.
Like you said, we've got all 3 pendants out in the neighborhood. Say what's up and find out what's there.
You also have Thieves Town you can do first if you really want to get like another sword or something, which would be nice.
Fair, yep. That's definitely in logic as well. I did not think of that.
And Rock is going this way to pick up the big key on the library.
I like it. Big brain moves that I probably would have spazzed on. What are you opening to? Ice Palace. Didn't really need
That's
that.
the one we didn't need, but it's, I guess, nice to have.
Yeah, it's an extra check if we're not go moding.
I mean, at this point, we're just in Rush Dungeon mode. And we'll see if our items don't turn up by then.
Kappa getting his bow now. Why do you have the mirror out? You don't want to accidentally mirror here. Our Hellway here. Man,
He had the pixel there, he just, I think, got interrupted by the Pactor Star.
take your guess on that. There's still got 3 downstairs and the boss. So let's
Kappa losing a bit of time here by pulling 1 puff at a time instead of 2. The double fighter sword spin is actually free. You have the entire hookshot back to buffer it, but you want to pull 2 at a time if you can.
did not get the first. Got the second time, and we're done with our 3rd pendant.
Like, it seems like Relkin's gaining a bit of time on movements. Like, yes, Plasma did a couple extra checks, like Turtle Rock and stuff, but the margin is growing.
The execution is being very clean on Relkin's side. Kappa,
And
are you gonna...
This endgame is starting to look very linear.
Thieves Town as well. Rounds down. 3 very clean rounds by Relkin. First crystal.
It's sort of amusing we got all 3 pendants and then we're doing crystals now.
Right? It's almost like we're doing an NNG run or something.
Now we're off to Skullwoods.
I can check on
Oh,
the ledge.
slight side trip here.
Really understand. Don't want to leave these hanging out in there too long. Eastern Big Key, that's something we needed.
And that one's interesting too, because if you just rush dungeons, you're not getting that.
Does he connect this all the way to Catfish, or is he gonna loop back at some point? Hey, haven't even checked the bumper ledge yet to see what's there.
I think he's going to turn around, but we'll see. I guess it's not a huge loss to just flute back to 3 and go in the midst portal.
No, I don't believe at all, but just curious of how he's gonna route everything. I don't think we've seen Pyramid either. Gonna continue this all the way around, or what do...
Yeah, he's going back. I think this portal location sort of indicated he was going back.
Yeah. Okay, check out Bumper Ledge since we have our bait. But nothing of interest. Moving on.
He hasn't seen this, he's gonna look at this. There's nothing here.
Key that we're unsure of. Yeah, different game I'm thinking of,
You might be thinking of the Desert Torch.
I guess.
We do not know what that key is. We'll probably find out when somebody goes to Misery Mire.
Okay, heading to Skull Woods now.
Worth pointing out, one of the extra checks PlasmaKappa did was actually a TR small.
That was a nice setup. And 3 rounds for Kappa for his first crystal. Okay. Yeah, I completely agree on that bomb jump.
I think the ordering of the dungeons here is pretty straightforward. I think they're both going to do mostly the same things.
Just how the seats laid out so far, it's pretty much got them both on the same headings for the finish.
I mean, part of it is just you don't actually want to do Mire with this equipment. If you get one more sword or one more bow or something like that, then it's reasonable. But right now it's kind of risky.
E small. We're up to 3 there. We need a 4th one if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of difference between the two of them.
Yeah.
Kappa did a few extra checks on the mountain. Has been, I think, bleeding a bit of time on execution. But we're not all that far apart, and the back end of the seat is just sort of turned into a dungeon rush where they're doing the same dungeons for the same reason, in the same order.
thought he would have held on to more magic there, but each their own.
There are ways of saving magic if you want to. I think he's fine with this. Otherwise, he would have done it differently.
I understand. Alright, and it's done.
4 counting hammer hits. Come on. That is gross.
Spoilers.
Okay, now maybe you do Meyer.
But dude, we're here in the area, might as well check ped.
Yeah, we're gonna blind pull because we have all the penance. But we still have Meyer and Ice to do before we think about dipping anything else.
Here we go. We're getting a blind ped. And the 20 rubies. Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Kappa got the full magic drop, so he has a full bar going into Mothula.
Ooh, nice.
And Relkin proved me wrong going to Ice instead. I mean, they're both 8 items. You can get all 8 in both dungeons.
We're down for Kappa as well.
The only thing about Ice is you have to kill Cold Stare with his equipment, probably.
This is a lot more tolerable. Kappa's gonna find out 20 bucks here.
So the current sort of listing for things we need for Go mode is as follows. We need the Pod Big Key. We need the TR Big Key. We need at least one more TR Small Key. And we need a sword.
Okay, Kappa going to Meyer, so we got ourselves some divergence.
I don't know if this is going to make a ton of difference. I think they're both going to end up doing both of them, but we'll see. There's the Pod Big.
Yep.
But if you're Relkin, you have 3 Pod Smalls.
That big now, that's definitely looking alluring.
3 is an awkward number, though, because you end up orphaning both of the 6 key chests.
Yeah.
Half Magic is also pretty valuable for what he's about to be doing.
Yeah. Half Magic and the Pod Big Key, I feel like is the best thing out of here.
How many do you need to full cure Pod? That is a great question, because it sort of depends on how you want to route it. Ideally 5, you can do it with 4, but please don't. The 4 key pod route is very, very slow, and you really don't want to be doing it.
I remember correctly, someone was talking about technically you could do it with 3 keys, but you're gonna cause a lot of headache.
No, you need 4, unfortunately. The 2 doors you don't open in the 4 key route are the front door and the door to the Dark Maze.
Okay.
And yeah, you could scum, but then you have to go back to pod, and nobody wants that.
Doing the Meyer right now. Right over there. And down the holes there. Bottle? There's 3 or 4.
A lot of fairy bottles in the seat.
Turtle big, that was needed.
And Relkin's following into Meyer, so we'll get that TR big. So we are down to TR smalls. And a sword. Don't forget the sword.
Question is, where is that sword gonna be? Gonna be on Mimic?
And Relkin has that advantage of the Eastern Big Key, which is not in a dungeon.
Yeah.
The temptation here for Kappa is just go straight from here into Ice and then Pod. Where was the other TR small that Kappa has? Because front of TR had a Pod small, not a TR small.
I am completely blanking right now. That's our tracker's going evil, saying all swords are in GT.
That's not even a bad one, and that's sort of on your way.
Yeah, it's just annoying to beat all the bosses with a hammer. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just chill. I live in Arizona, so I'm not trying to expend a lot of energy right now.
Okay, Cap's gonna show us what this small key is.
Literature. That could be
That is a TR small.
interesting.
That is 3 TR smalls for Kappa. It will be only 2 for Relkin. It's sort of interesting. It sort of depends a bit on where the 4th TR small is. Because if Relkin runs into it, he's gonna go. Okay, this is interesting from Kappa. He's going to the mountain.
Chase PR stuff?
I mean, he has the ability to clear it, but he only has 3 smalls. You end up leaving something here. If that's his Eastern Big Key, he's in trouble. Or Pod Big.
Definitely interesting to rush Turtle Rock right now.
So the
Kyle's big key was in Bonk Rocks, yes.
And Kappa did not do all 8 in Meyer. He also skipped the Firelock stuff, I'm pretty sure. Certainly didn't get the book.
Yeah, he did not get the book.
But at this rate, the book doesn't really help, because we'll probably run into it. You know, he has 3 TR smalls. We know, based on restrain knowledge, we have everything except the sword. So the tablets can't help us. Neither runner has seen Pod at all. Relkin is probably hoping to run into more Pod keys before going over there, but he's about to run out of time before he goes. Like, if he found the TR small that Kappa has, that's sword mode, and you don't worry about anything else except for, like, things on your way. But we can't remember where that was, so that makes things difficult.
feel the key here. Feeling.
Because Kappa's had that key for a while. He came in here with 2.
Isolating fire chest. We hope that's not something right now.
So, I just opened up Relkin's stream, and his personal tracker has 3 TR smalls.
Huh. That's why he decided to jump into TR.
Might have been a bit ahead. Might not be this one, might be the 3rd. So he might actually already have it. So this might be his sword go mode.
There's the 3rd TR rock, or small that Relkin just picked up.
He got a TR small. So he has at least 2. His personal stream seems to think he has 3.
I'm going off of what our tracker has down there, so...
Regardless, you're going into pod and sword mode, and so he might do some extra checks looking for that. And sort of the same for TR. How do you want to route this?
Both of them are rather interesting.
I think he's going to do Eastern first, because both those are on his way. And then pod, you might just do like 5 and then the boss.
Okay, let's see what Relkin's...
No, he's just going straight for the boss.
He's rushing it. Gotcha.
He's just going to play for GT, I think.
That was interesting.
And we're finding out there aren't any swords in TR either.
This last check before we hit... Oh. Powder. Yeah. I have any reason to go back over there right now. Something got him in ice.
Yeah, I think that it just didn't get... They didn't all get counted on the tracker. And so we've been sort of assuming he doesn't have it, but he does. So yeah, this gets a little interesting.
Bosses go down at the same time.
If Relkin runs into a sword doing these bosses somehow, then I'm not sure the Cap can bring this back. If this turns into a sword scramble, then things might get interesting.
He gets hugged by a Trinex again. That's gonna hurt.
It's fine, it's phase 2, just don't get hit. See, we're fine. Never in doubt. I think he actually has... No, he has just one, because he used one in Spike Cave. So, interesting TR play that didn't pay out in any way for Kappa.
Got the crystal, so Not that much. All these
look, more fetch quests.
Got powder over there, mushroom over here.
You might actually turn in the mushroom if you want to buy potions, especially if you're going to do the whole rest of the seed on Fighter Sword.
I mean, you could do both with the mushroom, do a fake powder.
I don't think you fake powder, I think it's too slow. Like, with 3 swords still in the pool, and you've done basically every check in every dungeon except pod, you assume you're going to run into one. Like, I think you just plan on full clearing GT. If you don't find one, you go back to pod, because that's about the only thing you haven't full cleared.
Might be turning that in.
Yeah, I respect the mushroom turn in here, because you don't have actual potions, you have a fairy.
What fungus give us today?
Cap having a bit of issue with the icebreaker.
Odd. Irony. Relkin can do.
So yeah, will Relkin do much of TR is a question. I imagine he'll do Laser Bridge at the very least. Probably not the rest of it, I would say.
I'm gonna agree with you on that one, because I don't see if it's not in his line to the finish, he's probably not checking much.
Yeah, you're playing density here.
Technically, could have 3 in pod, but that seems like it might be a little too stacked.
Yeah, we need something really weird for Kappa to be able to come up with, like, come back here. Because he has to go back and get that Eastern Big Key. And with 4 pod smalls and a big, I think he's going to clear pod first.
Stuck on that corner a bit.
The game really doesn't want you to fall there, so it will keep you on the corner longer than it probably should. And that's 5 pod smalls for Relkin, so he is going to have no problems if he goes back there.
So he's skipping that on fire chest, which we know is no good anyway.
He's doing some quickish ones. Alright, Ice Palace done for Kappa. He now no longer he has pod as his next best option, probably. But he's gonna do more than 2 checks in pod. Like, if this isn't an ADC, then sword mode is a little bit more sort of a problem. In this case, like, Relkin has cleared 8 of the 10 dungeons. He's even doing this check. Okay, I don't know about Mimic. Mimic seems a little much.
Yeah. Don't even think it was anything from Kappa's side.
I mean, we've seen this whole dungeon. We know there's nothing here. Relkin doesn't know that.
Yeah. Fair enough. Mimic Cave is a fairly long check to get back to. So here's Kappa and 5 keys.
Yeah, 5 keys you can do everything without having to do anything weird. You can just go straight for this chest.
Here's some time of truth for Relkin. Did he skip swords? There.
Yeah, if anything, having the sword to be in even weirder spots might be good for Kappa.
So far for Relkin.
Although, is there anything we haven't done?
Eastern Palace big as Bonk Rocks. Has anyone done Catfish? 'Cause I don't remember.
I guess we have Catfish and Pyramid Fairy, and Pyramid Ledge for that matter. You just sort of think about what is Relkin's planned route here.
Still gotta do Castle Tower.
Yeah, he's going to do Castle Tower so he can warp back up there, but that has no items in it, so it doesn't help him with the sword problem.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking of areas he needs to go to, so...
It's just a very standard 80 keys ending where you clear GT and then you go immediately to Castle Tower and you get back where you started. I suspect that there's one sword in Pod and then another in GT.
Not doing many checks in Pod either.
Kappa's doing the boss first because he is an item away from sword mode and is hoping it's here. It isn't, but he's hoping it is. He's going to go back in, I'm guessing.
What are you gonna do, Relkin? That's my question.
Well, I know what chat's doing. Chat's putting numbers in chat. Would you like to explain why there's numbers in chat?
Yes, and the numbers in chat are representing the 1 through 22 checks that are gonna happen in Ganon's Tower until we find a big key. Since Relkin's gonna be the one unlocking it, we will be going off of that screen. It should be interesting to see what all pops up here in GT. Have any favorite locations there in Coherent?
I mean, personally, I tend to opt out of the game a lot because I've been watching these for years and I won with the 24 once, but let's just say Compass Room. How about you?
Let's go with right random room. Never mind.
And it's number 1.
Wow.
But we're continuing because this is the densest area in the entire game.
Think. This was 2. Wasn't a very long time to get the numbers in.
I mean, we'll sort of see most of the density left in the game from both runners here.
There's
a sword. So, Relkin will, I'm guessing, go immediately into pod after doing GT and Castle Tower if he doesn't find one here. So I kind of feel like that's not far enough away for Kappa to get back.
Look at that. Got our swag strats going.
Like, if you're Relkin, you're concerned you left it in one of the, like, early checks in pod.
We got bottle percent. Was one in pod, so there's some out there. But where? Are they still here in GT? Or are they in the few overworld places we haven't looked at? Is Palace small? Tire small?
So yeah, that book was actually just not in logic until now. Actually, it still isn't, I don't think. That was 2. And it also doesn't help Relkin, because he's looking for a sword, and can't do anything with that. This, I think, is Big Bomb from Kappa.
Yeah, that's what I was guesstimating as well.
Or DLC room?
Chest, what do you got? After Kappa turns that in, the only place we won't. Oh, there's a sword.
Alright, that is go mode for Relkin. Yeah, the other sword we know about is in the U-shaped basement in pod, which I have to imagine Relkin would have done after GT and Castle Tower anyway. But that one's easier.
There's the last sword.
Hey, look, we found a ball.
So Relkin's gonna stay on his master sword.
Yeah, he is not getting either of those.
Gonna get. He's got this lead though until Kappa finds his eastern big key. Is he gonna go there? Yep, he's going. Yep.
Yeah, this is Relkin's race to lose, without question.
And Kappa's gonna find his eastern big.
And that is his go mode, but he has to go kill Armos, then he has to go climb the mountain, and then he has to go find the key in the first check he checks, probably.
Totally, yes.
I guess he might DM, but even then, it's not particularly long.
goes land note 2.
May as well see if there's another sword up here.
Yeah, I understand. It will sense they have knowledge that they're not going to show up, but...
And yeah, we know that, but considering the amount he's checked, it's probably fairly high odds. There are, what, about 20 checks left in the game or something? So, chat calling it the lag shield. All the shields lag the same. That just covers up more of your sprite. Which is a good enough reason to dislike it. But anyway, here's Agatu. Gets the triple. And then doesn't get the second triple because Agatu says no. I've never seen anybody do damage boost stress like that. But you got 16 hearts, you don't really want sword beams for this. Interesting pyramid check. Now let's go fight the wizard again. Get our non-randomized small keys.
Dark magic, perhaps?
Yeah, this is a DM route. Rackham was looking for a sword, so it did sort of the faster full clear route. Kappa just wants the key, so sort of the normal rules apply. I mean, we're sub 140 on an 80 keys. That's pretty good. Oh, we forgot to play this game. So if you put 0 in chat, you already lost, sorry. I haven't been keeping exact track of the margin, but it's probably something like 6 minutes at this point. Kappa about to Lambo 2, and Relkin dropping into Ganon. Relkin with the Mario strats. Can you tell he's good at this game?
Never would have guessed.
He almost got a 2-in-1 Master Sword. That's disgusting.
I see. Got this.
Now the hardest part of this is remembering you're not doing silverless. Because you're used to spinning at a different timing to do the silverless hits, but you have silvers, you need to spin a little earlier so you actually turn in blue. No, don't do that. That's bad.
And it is down. GG's. Lost the bridge without any problems.
And we will have a game 3 between these two. As Relkin has won game 2.
Relkin has finished with an official time of 1 hour, 37 minutes, 33 seconds and a half. And for Relkin, that PlasmaKappa has forfeited.
So we'll have a chat with the two of them about how that went.
We are currently joined by Kappa. GG's.
GG. Overworld is too powerful.
Yeah, just sort of a weird spot for that, because you wanted to just rush dungeons and then it wasn't in a dungeon.
Yeah. Probably the poison pill silvers did it to me. Because I thought about going there, but then I got the silvers, which makes Meyer not terrible.
You could have gone to Meyer really, really early, but you would have had no lamp and 5 hearts and fighter sword. You don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a really linear early game, and then rush dungeon, and then rush something other than a dungeon.
Yep.
We are also joined by Relkin, our victor today. GG.
My name's Relkin, not Victor. Thank you, GG's.
Relkin. How about that seed?
Yeah. Really, really nice, efficient full clear.
And then sword poke.
That was annoying having to full clear GT for the sword, but it looks like it didn't matter in the end.
Yeah. Oh, that North Dark Road was too powerful. So I got the pod big key, it was over, because why not just wait for Pyramid Fairy?
And you had an extra pod small too, because you'd gone into the front of TR.
Yeah. Like, oh, I can do this. I can full clear this. I can full clear this dungeon. I can full clear this dungeon. I can full clear this dungeon. There's just no time after, like, Thieves Town. Well, I'm granted I'm running right by Bonk Rocks, but I don't want to go right to the right.
You want to do the progression. Makes sense.
Yep.
Let me think. What did I still need whenever I was doing Thieves Town in this goal? I was like, I still needed TR big and pod big, sword, TR small. I think I still needed an Eastern big, so I found it justifiable just to go ahead and do with how much I still needed for go after Thieves.
Yeah. It's fair. Of course. Figured I could just flip back to 3 and go right if I needed to. Once that's done, I can do ice, and I'm kind of out of options.
I guess I wanted to ask you about the Turtle Rock play.
Well, I wanted a ice pow small, despite the fact it didn't help. I was not thinking too clearly, although it didn't. Although, given the way I routed the seed, it didn't really make a difference.
I mean, you were pretty synced up through the mountain and into swamp. And I think just Relkin going off and getting the Eastern Big Key just set you on different paths.
Yeah. Easily go mode a few dungeons if you got that.
His go mode was the small key on the torch and desert, which he did ice before Meyer, so it took him a little longer.
Well, wasn't pod big and ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, so either way.
Yeah,
Say, like, either way, my go mode's that pod big or the TR small.
Yeah, I think I can't quite. There's no way I can get a go mode of pod, I don't think. Once you skip going right the first time. Because I'll find pod big at the very worst. Even if I don't find silvers.
You just end up doing that first, I guess, or buying upgrades or something for Meyer.
Yeah.
But yeah, on to game 3.
Yep. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
I want some standard boots. I haven't had it at all this tournament, so that'd be nice. Had 3 Ambrosias, had 2. Is it 3 Fad Keys now? I think I'm my 3rd Fad Keys. One McBoss and 1 open hard tournament.
Oh, I've only had 1 McBoss. I'd hope for a McBoss. I think it's my best chance anyway.
I would just like standard boots because, it's
Yeah.
one step below casual boots, and I like casual boots enough.
And the boots is also fine. At very least, make the seed quick either way.
Alright, well, we'll look forward to that, and hopefully it'll be picked up by some channel for restream.
Yep.
Thanks for the commentary and tracking, dudes.
Thanks for the production.
And thanks for running. I mean, was a good race.
See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Right, everyone. Again, make sure you go ahead and give both of these runners a follow for all their hard work. Make sure you give my co-commentator here Incoherent a follow, along with our tracker. And I will leave it off to you, Incoherent.
And also follow MycoCom What's Up. And thanks for watching. And there's, I think, another race in progress right now. I think it's the last one on the schedule for tonight, but there'll be more tomorrow. A lot of game threes at this point. So, should be exciting.
Currently have
And have a good night and good holiday if you're in the US.
Have Matt7898 and Tyler Salt currently going on SpeedGaming if you guys want to jump on over there. And thank you everyone, and enjoy the rest of your night.